Good morning. It's April 11th, 2020. We're just going to take a look at an ETF that I like. I actually hold it. I'm not by no means am I recommending any stocks, ETFs, or what to purchase. That's up to you. You need to do your own homework and do your charting. So this is the one we're looking at, the server, SRVR. Now they are a real estate REIT. And I know the first thing that comes to mind is, well, nobody's paying rent, the malls are shutting down, good Lord, why would I buy a REIT? Well, this is a REIT of a different color. That's why I like it so much. It's comprised of some really nice stocks, and we're just going to take a look at this REIT real quick, and then we're going to look at the other. One of the good points about this, excuse me, I'm struggling to get this chart to move. There we go. All right, as we can see at the bottom, we got the big D, which means we pay a dividend. It's not a lot, but if somebody's going to pay you to wait, I'd take it, right? Why do I like this REIT server? Well, let's look at some of the components, the three biggest holdings that they have. So we're going to look at CCI. So this is CCI, Crown Castle International. It's a REIT as well, okay? It also should pay a dividend. Let's take a look at it if someone was looking at that stock. So what does Crown Castle do? First of all, we can see, just looking at a quick chart, like I said, we're not going to get in depth. We can see that when the market fell, we broke down. We broke through the support we had just recently formed, and then we broke down through the trend line that we have here, and we went all the way down, and we touched the trend line we had been forming since 2008. So we have a trend there, we can see it, or as a resistance. So that resistance we broke through right here on that resistance, 2019. We started our upward movement, and of course when the market crashed, we came down to here. So here's why I like the REIT server. What Crown Castle does is they make those little bitty towers that go on top of telephone poles. So whether you like it or not, 5G is coming, right? So Crown Castle is in the middle of this 5G move. When you drive through a town, you look up on top of a telephone pole, or you look on top of a light pole and you see a little bitty box. That's these folks right here. That's what they're doing. So the government's going to pay 5G. They're going to make sure that in the cities, we're going to bring it in. Some people don't like it, I understand, but hey, investing is not about, sometimes things go up that you don't like. You might be a Baptist or something, and which there's not a problem with that, but you might not want to invest in cigarettes and beer, so there you go. Some people are the same way with 5G. The amazing part about this, if you look at Visa, Microsoft, or any other chart, you'll notice that we're still 30 to 40% down. They've got quite a distance that they haven't recovered after the drop. On CCI, which is part of server, we're at 164. So we can see we touched our support, busted back through that newly formed resistance, and we're way up here. So if we were to look at the cost on it, we move our chart, we can see it's at 164 is where we closed. It also says it up in the right here. That's where we closed. And the actual high close right before the crash was 168. So you would have recovered most of your change, right? Now I do expect the market to go further down. We'll get into some more charts on the S&P and Dow later. And so I do expect that we could highly possibly retest this line right here, 114. But like I said, it's coming. They're going to make money no matter who's open. 5G is coming, folks. So another component of the server is American Towers. We can see if you own the stock itself, they would pay you a dividend. They closed Thursday at 259.6. This is April 9th right here. 259.6. And like I said, if you're looking at all the stocks out there, most of them haven't fully recovered. We can see that Thursday, this stock broke out to a new high and all this turmoil. It's already recovered everything it's got. And you can see up here, bullish, bullish, bullish. I don't go by the analysts. I do my own homework, and I suggest you should too. when you look into any of these. You know, if it's a server, look at the holdings like we're doing now. And if you were to decide, I'm not recommending any of these, that you wanted to get into one, then I would definitely go through the balance sheet, look at their cash flow, etc., etc., etc. So we can see on American Tower, we've actually broke out to a new high. We are sitting on a new high right now. Same as the other one. We had a trend line coming up, right? It breaks down, it comes down, touches the trend line, and then bam, here we are. You're ahead of the game. That's quite a move. So Equinix, this is a data center. They're also heavily tied up. So again, we're talking about server, and this is some components in server, and one of the reasons why I like server, it's safer. You don't have as much volatility, although it did go down and hasn't fully recovered, but I'm not under on it. I bought it when it went down. So we can see right here, this is a data center corporation. This is 9th. This is Thursday. We can see that we started the trend line on Equinix all the way back in 2011. We've tested it, started moving up. Then we tested it again. We busted out, and boom, we stopped right there. And guess what? Look at this. We closed at a new high on this one as well. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Going back through. Bullish, bullish, bullish. That's theirs. I agree with them. Because 5G's coming, folks. Bullish, bullish, bullish. So this is just a recommendation video, you know, just showing you the charts and where they're at right now. It would definitely be something that you might want to look into, look at their, you know, what they do, where their towers are located. I didn't explain American Towers. American Towers, which is part of the server REIT, right? Real Estate Investment Trust. American Towers, when you're riding around and you see these big towers, cell phone towers, that's these folks. So they're doing the big towers. CCI's doing the small inner city towers, and Equinix is databasing. And this is the 3 largest holdings in server. And just to give you an idea about what I was talking about, 2 of these have broken out. One of them's just about even, including server on these holdings. If you look at Microsoft, I mean, we've got a ways to go, for instance. Let's pick another one. Let's look at Visa. They do a lot. Boom. So for these stocks, AMT, CCI, and Equinix, to be breaking out during this amazing time in the financial, and plus on this Visa, using bullish, bearish, bearish. For them to be breaking out is quite astonishing, is what I would say. Like I said, we just showed the trend lines real quick. We got Equinix. We can see the breakout. We can see they pay a dividend. They busted out. Bam. American Towers, same thing. We hit our trend, broke out. And this is real time, present. And this is CCI. CCI hasn't quite recovered completely, but it's coming. Because these cities, the states, we're going 5G, like it or lump it, doesn't matter. But I do expect them to pull back. I might mention it, if, you know, when they pull back, I'm going to be looking for targets. We might get into that later. But the one target I would look at is the supports. Definitely the first support they hit, AMT, we hit the trend line. So that would be of interest to you. And Equinix, same thing. We hit about $500, and then it's off to the races. All right. So I like this. The server pays a dividend. I think their expense ratio is 0.6, and their dividend rate is, I think, let's see. Let's see here what we got. So you got 1.8 dividend. So just wanted to show you what I think, some things that you might want to look into and do some research on. You don't have to buy it. By no means am I recommending to buy anything that I ever show you. But this is something that the brave of heart and those who know that 5G is coming, heck or high water, might want to look at. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy your Easter weekend. I wish you health and safety, and I hope that everybody keeps their employment. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.